Hello, Internet. Welcome to NerdChat. We are covering issue 2 of Superman, Batman, Public Enemies today. So if you haven't seen the first issue, you might want to go watch that one first. But if you have and you're all caught up, then welcome, and we'll just dive right into it. So this one we pick up with Superman and Batman still in the grave that they were left in the first issue. We can see what's going on through their heads. So Superman is constantly thinking about, he thinks about, it's weird what you think about during the worst, when the worst is happening. So Superman is reminiscing about when he was a kid and he and Pete Ross went camping and he fell into a hole with a strange rock that made him sick, and he just continues to recall the whole story over the course of the first few pages. But Batman's mindset is much more tactical. Like, paralleling with Superman's story, we see Batman thinking nowhere. Clark is hurt because he's been shot and he's probably weakened. Can't go up. Metallo may be waiting. He'll have to go down. So he plants an explosive on Clark's back, and he basically hides behind Clark, using him as a shield to blow through the ground, and the explosion opens up into the sewers, and they're both in pretty rough shape. So Batman is knocked unconscious, and he's, underwater now in the sewer, and Superman is thinking about how back when, he and Pete fell into that hole, they wouldn't have gotten out if, it weren't for them working together. It was going to take the two of them to do it, and that this is no different as he's pulling Batman out and trying to, shake him out from, almost drowning. So now that they're in the sewer, Superman is thinking that he's worried about Batman because, Superman, he just got shot, but he's worried because Batman's just, a normal man, and he's in pretty rough shape too. And Batman's worried about the fact that Superman's been shot and he shouldn't even be able to stand right now because he's been shot with a kryptonite bullet. So he's basically been hurt in any other way as any other person would be shot right now. So what happens is they're both thinking about how, they're worried about the other one more than the other, but they're also thinking about the fact that the other one is probably worried about them more than they are themselves. As they progress through, Superman's trying to keep Batman distracted from, what's been going on by, bringing up stories, asking about old supervillains. Batman is trying to stay more focused and just wants to get them to safety. They reach these bars that say high voltage on them, and Batman asks if Superman's going to be up to the task. So Superman ends up ripping the bars off while it's electrocuting him, but he's able to get it taken care of, and he gets them off. And then they hear someone asking to identify themselves, and it's Alfred, and he's guarding the Batcave with a shotgun. So Bruce tells Alfred that his surgical stills are going to be needed, and Superman comments, "Your butler guards your cave with a shotgun? Didn't you have a spare Mr. Freeze gun for him to use or something?" And Batman says this is coming from the guy who lets a dog in a cape guard his fortress. Now with Lex and Captain Atom, we move over to them, and they're making an attempt to destroy the asteroid. As it's passing by Saturn, they launch some nukes at it through a boom tube. Captain Atom voices his concerns about that plan since boom tubes are supposed to be illegal, and Lex says that the world won't ask how they stopped the asteroid. The only thing that matters is that they will have, and that they'll just be glad that they did stop it. That's all that matters. However, it didn't make a dent. The asteroid's still coming full speed. And now back at the cave, Alfred has just gotten the kryptonite out of Clark's chest, and Superman is walking around. He seems to be feeling just fine. But Superman walks over to Batman, only to have Batman start yelling at him. So Bruce had just discovered what Superman was trying to tell him before Metallo attacked. Metallo was in Gotham the night that Bruce's parents died. He was also a petty criminal, and he used the same caliber handgun as the one that killed his parents, meaning it's entirely possible that John Corbin was the one who killed Bruce's parents. Now, this is all happening before Bruce has figured out who did kill his parents. This is long before that. So Superman understands Batman's frustrations, but he mentions that the information may have been planted there for Batman to find. He suspects that that's actually true. It seems all very convenient for that evidence to be falling into their lap. So the conversation gets interrupted, though, by another boom tube, which a slightly aged Superman seems to walk out of. So this aged Superman says that he still has time to kill them both, and he starts fighting with our Superman while Batman tries to learn who this imposter is. The aged Superman tells Clark that he's making a big mistake and that he's going to end up all alone. Everyone that he loves is going to die. Batman's readings are all pointing to these two Superman being the same person. No matter what readings either of them is trying to get, like Superman's x-raying him, Batman's running all these diagnostics and readings on like voice prints and everything, they're the exact same person. So Batman is trying to get to his kryptonite ring in his vault, but the aged Superman gets in front of him and tries to stop him. And he's about to crush Batman with the 60s Batmobile, while our Superman takes the kryptonite shard and he loads it into Alfred's shotgun and fires it at his future self. The future Superman fades away, and because apparently he ran out of time. So I personally think it's pretty out of character for our Superman to load a gun with a kryptonite bullet and fire it even if it's at his future self, but still, it was all, I don't know. He didn't have another option, I guess. So it's, it is what it is, and it's fine. But now that we're back with Lex and Captain Atom, what's happening is Lex is about to go make like an announcement. He's about to start a press conference, and Captain Atom is asking that he please give Captain Atom is asking for a chance to go talk to somebody before Lex makes this announcement and give them a chance to surrender. Lex threatens Captain Atom to fall in line, or he will be arrested and even dissected to be used by the U.S. government. Lex in it says that this isn't a vendetta against, so we find out now it's Superman that, this is about to be an announcement going against. But Lex says that it's not a personal vendetta against Superman or anything, it's just that this is what has to be done. So now in front of the nation on TV, Lex is telling the world about the asteroid, which is a quick turnaround from the last issue where he was like, no one will know about this, it needs to be safe, and now he's like, I'm going to tell everyone about this, and everyone should be really afraid about it. So he tells everyone about the asteroid, and he's telling that it came from Krypton, and he's blaming Superman for it. He's saying that the evidence they have is basically that since Superman came here from Krypton, this asteroid is like following his trail that his ship took to get here. So the fact that this thing is coming here, and this is an asteroid apparently the size of Australia, is his fault. This is on Superman, this is on his head. So Lex is offering a $1 billion reward for anyone who can bring Superman into the U.S. authorities to answer for his crimes against humanity. So Superman and Batman are watching this in the Batcave. Batman asks Clark what it is that he thinks that Lex wants out of this. And Superman says Lex wants a final showdown. And Batman says, fine, let's give him one. And that is the end of issue 2. So basically what's happening is Lex is trying to use this whole opportunity to take Superman down, but do it in a way that he doesn't look like a supervillain. So we got 3 more issues of this comic left, and I hope that you all stick around to check it out when that releases. So if you are new here, please press subscribe and check out my other playlists. I'll have some other videos up that you may be interested in. There's some more Superman content on the channel. There's some Batman content, and there's plenty of other comic book content as well. So thanks for coming. I appreciate your time, and I hope you like, comment, subscribe, all that noise, like I said. Also, if you want to talk to me directly and suggest video topics, there's a link to my Discord in the description below. If you want to click on that and join and talk to me directly, you are absolutely welcome to do so. And I will talk to you all soon. Thank you, and goodbye.